thesis research assignment problem. Yeah, this is a case where we have a number of machines and then the operators that are supposed to operate those machines. So we are going to assign each machine to one operator. You get it? And in doing it, there are certain things you need to consider so that we can what? You can reduce cost so that we can get benefit from what? The operations that is being performed within the particular industry. Okay. So now, first of all, the first rule you should consider. So there are 4 rules. And then in solving this, we mostly use the Hungarian method. So the rules are, first of all, you need to perform an opportunity cost for the rows, and after that, you perform an opportunity cost for what? The columns. So let's tackle opportunity cost for the column for the rows, where you have to do what we term as what? Column reduction. So in the column reduction, you look at the minimum what? Value within the what? Within the row. That is the row reduction. The minimum value within the row. Here, in this case, the minimum value within the row is what? 3. So you subtract from all the entry in the cells. You get it? So in this case, we have the minimum value to be what? 3. So if you subtract 3 from 7, we get 4. Subtract 3 from this, you get what? 0. And then subtract 3 from this, you get 2. Here we go and do what? Row reduction for this row 2 as well. That's rule number 2. Here the minimum value is what? 2. So we subtract from all. Subtracting 2 from this will give us what? A value of 6. This one will give us a value of what? 7. And then finally we get what? Our 0 here. So we move on to the third row, which we perform the row reduction for that one too as well. And here the minimum value is 6. Subtracting 6 from this will give us a value of what? 2. 3 rather, sorry. And then subtracting 6 from this will give us a minimum value of what? 0. And then finally this one will give us what? 2. Okay. So after you are done with the row reduction, you move on to do the what we term as what? Column reduction. Another opportunity cost for the column. So you have done for the row, you do same for the column. So here the minimum value within the column is what? Is 3, right? So you subtract 3 from all. So if you subtract 3 from 4, that will give us a value of 1. 3 from this will give us a value of 3, and then 3 from this will give us what? 0. Here the minimum value is what? 0. So if subtracting 0 from all will give us the same value. So we have 0, 7, and finally 0. Here the minimum value is 0, so it will repeat itself. 2, 0, and then finally 2. After you are done with the opportunity cost for the row and that of the column, the next thing that you are going to consider is to draw minimum number of lines that could cover all the zeros. Minimum number of lines. Our aim is not to draw maybe 10 lines to be able to cover the zeros. Now we are looking at the minimum number of lines that could cover the zeros within the entry. So here, if you want to cover the zeros with the minimum number of lines, mostly consider it by drawing lines to pass through the row or column with the maximum number of zeros, right? Okay, so let's start. And then you could do it in horizontal wise or vertical, but then you cannot do what? Diagonal. So let's start with this. So I've realized that we have 2 zeros here, so I can draw a line across it. I have 2 zeros here, right? So I can draw a line across it. I have only one because I've already taken one. And then finally I have 1 0 here. Once you are done with this and you realize that the number of rows, here we have 3 rows and we have 3 columns, is equal to, so the number of rows is equal to the number of columns and is equal to the number of lines. That means what? Your solution is what? Optimal. So that means what? You are done with your solution. That means that it is a way we can, this is the only what? Maximum solution we can get within the entry so that what? We can minimize costs. So after you are done with this, what do you do next? To now do your assignment. And the assignment is done by considering the entry with the what? With the zeros. Right? So now let's look at an operator. We have our operator here. We have our machines here. And finally, we have the cost involved in signing these operators and machines. Okay. So let's do it now. We have operator number 1, number 2, and finally we have operator number 3. Okay. So in doing that, because we realize that, so for you to do this one easily, you have to consider your row with the minimum number of zeros because that one has limited what? Assignment. So you realize that what? Row 1 has what? Only 1 0. So automatically, row 1 will be assigned to, or operation 1. Operator number 1 will be assigned to machine number 2. Okay. And then operator number 2 will finally be assigned to what? Operator number 2 will be assigned to machine number what? 3. But that one has what? The 0. 3. And then finally, operator number 3 will be assigned to machine this, because we have already assigned 2, we have assigned 3. So the only one we can assign is what? Number 1. So operator number 3 will be assigned to number 1. So after that, you move on to calculate the cost involved in doing this assignment. So let's go and look at the cost. In calculating the cost, you go to the original table, which is this one. Now, operator 1 was assigned to machine 2. Operator 1 was assigned to machine 2. And the cost involved is 3. So you write it down. Now, operator 2 was assigned to machine 3. Operator 2 was assigned to machine 3, and the cost involved is what? 2. Okay. And then operator 3 was finally assigned to what? Machine number 1. Right? So that means the cost involved is what? 9. After you are done, you sum all, right? And in this case, it will give us a minimum value of what? 14. So this is the cost involved in what? Assigning this operator to the machines. And this is the maximum cost that we can get, such that we'll be able to minimize costs and what? Maximize profit within the what? A particular industry. Thank you. So in our next video, we'll be looking at a condition whereby after we are done, the number of lines is not equal to the number of rows or columns. In that case, what do we do next? Thank you.